guys, happy Wednesday. Welcome to Tinfoil Tuesdays. This is episode 27. Yesterday was a crazy day for me, and I actually did my taxes, and then by the time I got home, I completely forgot about Tinfoil Tuesdays. So here I am reclaiming my my tinfoil throne, and today I wanted to talk to you about digestion. This is one of the most common issues that I see, and if you have any kind of digestive issues, this is probably the first thing that I would look at. I have a lot of clients who see me for different things, but I would probably say that like 90–95% of my clients have this issue, and I think it's like an epidemic, especially in the United States and North America. So the most common thing that I see is low stomach acid. And there's actually a test that you can do at home. It's super easy. I'll talk about that a little bit later if you want to know if you have low stomach acid. But what happens when you have low stomach acid is that, so the stomach acid actually helps break down the protein bonds of the food. It doesn't actually help digest the food. That's what enzymes are for, but the stomach acid will break down those bonds so that the enzymes can actually do their job. And so if you have low stomach acid, your food is not going to be properly broken down, therefore it won't be properly digested, it won't be properly absorbed, you won't have the energy that you're looking for from your food. It's not uncommon to get gas and bloating from it, and you might feel just a little bit low on energy if you don't have stomach acid. And eating food is probably not the most pleasurable thing to do, which, if you ask me, eating food should be like one of the best and most enjoyable things that you can do. So actually, let's start with the test, what you can do at home. So if you want to find out if you have low stomach acid, there's a super easy test that you can do at home. Get a teaspoon of baking soda, make sure that it doesn't have aluminum in it, and mix it in 8 ounces of water and drink it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. And then wait for some burps. You should be burping a lot. You should start burping within the first minute, set a timer, and if you don't burp, or if you burp once and then that's it, that means that your stomach acid is really, really low. And so, give yourself, and if by the 3 or 5 minute mark you still haven't really burped, you've burped maybe once or twice, then we definitely have low stomach acid. It needs to be addressed. You can do this maybe 2 or 3 mornings in a row if you're not convinced. It won't harm you, but it's definitely a good tool to use at home if you want to find out. So how to increase your stomach acid? So there's a number of ways that you can do that. Definitely, and I've talked about this before, and I'll keep talking about it because it's so important. But chew your food. Chewing is really, really important. You're physically breaking down helping those bonds break down. You're getting the food ready for the stomach acid. Yes, you have enzymes in your jaw that I talk about all the time that need to be released as you're masticating, but chewing is the number one step. Make sure that you're calm and you're not stressed out when you eat, because that will affect the stomach acid as well. Eating fermented foods, foods with a low pH, such as citrus, lemons, oranges, grapefruit, you can put that in your water and that will actually get that stomach acid going. Lactic acid works really well. I don't really do cow dairy or anything like that, but you can get those lactive strains of probiotics. Probiotics will help a lot. You can even get a supplement, a food enzyme supplement with hydrochloric acid in it. It's abbreviated HCl, so you can look out for that as well. I would take that maybe on the short term, unless you feel like you need it long term. Just naturally, your bodies, after we turn 30, we start producing less hydrochloric acid, so that might be a good supplement for you to look into if you find yourself having trouble digesting and absorbing, breaking down your foods. Apple cider vinegar, some raw apple cider vinegar is really awesome. You can just do that before your meals. That'll get the stomach acid going. And make sure that you're eating whole foods, whole, fresh, real foods. Anytime that you microwave something, anytime that you cook something at a really high temperature, anytime you buy something that's packaged or processed, you can bet that it doesn't have any enzymes, it's not going to digest well, it's not going to absorb well. You're going to have a really hard time producing that stomach acid that you need to break down those foods if you're not eating real food. I can't emphasize this enough. Eat real food. And then things like ginger are really, really great for the stomach acid as well. And so even if you don't know if you have low stomach acid, chances are that you probably do, but even if you don't know, ginger, lemon, citrus, they're great additions to your diet. Eating whole, fresh, real foods, great thing to do regardless of your situation. And so that's just kind of my food for thought for today. If you want to do that stomach acid test, you can. Remember, it's first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, teaspoon of baking soda and 8 ounces of water. Wait for the burps. If you have one burp or you're not burping within 3 minutes, we need to get that stomach acid going. It's so important in your digestion. You could be eating the healthiest foods in the world. You could be eating the most organic foods in the world. You could have a farm in your backyard and grow your own food. But if you don't have the stomach acid to break down those protein bonds, if you don't have the enzymes that you need to digest and absorb that food, it's not doing anything for you. And so this is the most common issue that I see. If you have any kind of acid reflux or GERD or any kind of those burning symptoms, that's actually a huge indication that you probably have low stomach acid. I've talked about this in the past where a lot of medical doctors will prescribe antacids for heartburn when the issue is not that you're producing too much acid, it's that you're producing too little acid. And hi, Heather. Yeah, so I do have, so IBS, Heather asks about ideas for IBS. So IBS is actually stems from anxiety. And so anxiety triggers IBS. And so absolutely focus on eating like an anti-inflammatory diet, or really work on your stress levels. I do recommend meditation. Meditating will have such a powerful positive impact on your digestive system, believe it or not. Make sure that when you're eating, you're calm, you're not stressed. Don't correlate, like don't connect the relationship of stress with food, because when you're stressed out, if you think of butterflies in your stomach or your stomach is in knots, that's literally your brain and your gut communicating. And so when you're stressed out, your digestion is just not, it's not optimal. So for IBS, I would actually address it from a like a stress anxiety perspective and try to manage it that way. That's usually what triggers it. They're almost always comorbid. And I'm glad you brought that up, Heather. So I just started a new group just a couple of days ago. It's a brand new group. It's called Gut Health Made Easy. I can put the link in the comments, but you can also search it, Gut Health Made Easy. Join the group. I'm going to start providing free advice in there, and I'm going to do like maybe like a mini course series. It'll be free, just really general info on gut health and digestion and how to live optimally and thrive with food. So yeah, that's all I have for you today. Happy Wednesday. I'm sorry I'm a day late, but you know, life happens. I'm here now. Feel free, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'd be happy to help you and answer any questions that you have. If it's more private, personal questions, feel free to message me. Join the group. We're going to create an amazing community in there. It's called Gut Health Made Easy. And we're going to get to the bottom of all these gut health issues that are out there. I had this, like this phrase came to me the other day, and I absolutely loved it, and it's changing the world one poop at a time. So I think that's going to be my new tagline, and it really resonated with me, and it's pretty silly, and I'm pretty silly. So if you're just joining, feel free to catch the replay. It's definitely an important episode. It does apply to most of you, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. It's hump day. It's a beautiful day out, and yeah, I hope you have a great evening, you guys. I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye.